Good morning, MACA. We hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday today, and we hope it just gets better when you watch Jason and Timmy with the Much Happiness pre-show. So please enjoy their entertainment today.
Good morning.
Hi. Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Oh, so I almost made the right. That would have been really awkward.
Oh, here we are again.
Wednesday.
It's a good day.
Woo!
We just filmed Friday's video yesterday.
Yeah, check out the video coming to you Friday on Much Happiness. It's gonna be a good one.
Hope. We got the usual stuff for you and some interesting things that we'll talk about later when they're actually like people in homeroom to watch us. So.
Yeah. If you're here in the early crew, comment below. We want to know who you are, early crew. That's your favorite people.
Although I have seen some homerooms like starting the stream like 10 minutes late.
Well, that's true. But they could make things work and pull up on their Chromebook or something. I don't know.
We need one of those don't skip ads in the
bottom
so that they don't skip to the end. Which is interesting. Okay. Anyway. Here's the word of the day. Here's the word of the day. We've got a verb. I think, hang on. Yeah, erupt. But it's not like erupt. It's got an I instead of an E. So instead of erupt, it's erupt.
Oh wow, that's quite a difference.
It is. Well,
it's weird.
It's the definition is kind of similar-ish. The definition is to rush in forcibly or violently, or of a natural population to undergo a sudden upsurge in numbers, especially when natural ecological balances and checks are disturbed. Or to become active or violent, especially suddenly, erupt. Oh, so it looks like you can kind of use both of them.
Oh.
It's just kind of cooler.
Interesting.
Although I think the opposite effect might happen. If you say erupt, or like you put erupt in your paper, teacher's probably going to be like, oh, that's supposed to be an E, not an I. You'll probably get off for it. So now you know it's right, or it can be right if you use it like
There's
that.
There's 2 R's. IRRUPT. You got
right,
it.
Yeah. It's 2 R's.
Erupt with an E only has 1 R.
Erupt. Cool. Okay.
There you go.
Here's the pun of the day. Why should you never throw away an old dolphin?
Why?
Because they can easily be repurposed. That was pretty bad.
Oh my.
Nobody ever really throws away dolphins though, because everyone loves dolphins.
I love dolphin
You don't just like throw them away.
Dolphin puns are the best.
That's the first dolphin pun I've ever seen, so.
You've never seen one? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I don't think you have either.
Yeah, I'll think of one.
Okay.
I'll randomly ask you, I'll randomly give you a pun later.
You're gonna have to Google dolphin puns.
I'll just think of one.
Oh, that's great. Okay, quote of the day. This is kind of interesting. Here's something to think about. Neither blame or praise yourself. Would you agree with that?
I think it makes sense.
I'm thinking...
Although, I don't know if that's always appropriate.
Because, like, I understand never, like, praise yourself.
Yeah.
But, like, never blame... Sometimes, like, you do something, like, it is your fault, and you have to say, I'm sorry, this is my fault, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes. But, I mean, I think he's saying, like...
In general, it's like,
Don't, like, blame yourself for everything wrong that happens in your life. Because, like, you can't just put yourself down.
Because both the blame and praise can hold you back when it's undeserved.
Yeah, that's pretty deep, though.
There you go.
Interesting food for thought. Neither blame or praise yourself. What do you think? Give it a thought. So, last night, I don't know if you guys, I bet a lot of you knew, was the president's State of the Union address. And so this is something we figured we'd educate you guys about. So basically the State of the Union address is a speech given by the president every January to the Congress, and he's telling them like where we are as a nation in his presidency. So like a State of the Union kind of makes sense. So yeah. It wasn't always called that though. It used to be called the annual message, or I forget what it was. Don't quote me on that. But I heard it was something else
Say
a while ago. Yeah. So that was actually President Franklin Roosevelt, FDR, who popularized the use of the phrase "State of the Union." Oh, there it is. Yeah, they had called this message to the Congress just the annual message.
That's really boring.
Yeah, that does sound really boring.
That's really boring. Oh, guys, time to hear that annual message again. And it's like, it's time to find out what the State of the Union is. That's seems more imperative, more important.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting that every year like this kind of shows up. I don't know. So I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I saw a little bit of it. I didn't watch it.
I watched it. It was pretty good.
Apparently it was pretty long.
It was long. It was very long. It was like an hour and 20 minutes.
Wow.
There's a lot of clapping. That was like the best part. Like when they were clapping, you could hear Trump in the mic. Like there's like the applause in the background, and then
there's
like
that one
Trump
person next to
next to the mic. It was fun.
So here we found some interesting facts about the State of the Union. So the first one is the U.S. Constitution requires the President to deliver a State of the Union address to Congress.
Really?
Yeah, it's in Article 2, Section 3. It says the President shall from time to time give to the Congress information of the State of the Union and recommend to their consideration such measures as he shall judge necessary and expedient. So it doesn't define time to time, but just by tradition, it just happens once a year, and it's typically delivered. Oh, until 1934, it was typically delivered in December rather than January. So ever since then, it's been in January. Interesting.
Wonder what changed in 1934.
They're just like, you know what? December's like already got Christmas and everything. We got to make January more exciting.
Makes sense.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's see. Some presidents go short in their State of the Union addresses, and some go long, like very long.
Like Donald Trump did.
So, our first president, George Washington, holds the record for the short one, and he only used 1,089 words in his speech, and that was in 1790.
That's the shortest one?
That's the shortest one.
That sounds pretty long.
It's slightly longer than a typical newspaper ad or whatever. So
ad?
I don't know. What does that say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
It's a newspaper article. So 1,000 words. I mean, we wrote that paper. It's 3,000 words, about a third of it. So I mean, it is a sizable.
Actually,
it's fairly sizable. I mean, it'll only take about what. 1,000 words takes like what 5 minutes to talk through.
Yeah,
but
not very long.
We don't know if he had all the clapping that Trump did. Like
that's true. That's true.
So, oh wait. Oh, I see. Okay, so Washington had the shortest like speech, like in words, but then the shortest one that was delivered was by. Let's see, Richard Nixon. And so he only talked for 29 minutes in 1972. Okay, so that was the shortest.
So I guess
it doesn't say anything
Washington
about
did get a lot of clapping.
He might have. Well, we don't. They might not have.
Unless they just didn't record it. Yeah, that might be it.
Because it might not have been a speech back then. I don't know. It might have just been like a written thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these. Oh my goodness. So Carter holds the record for the longest State of the Union address. In 1981, he delivered to Congress in writing rather than in person, and it was 33,000 words long.
Oh, that was the last time it was delivered in writing. So George Washington's probably was just written out.
Yeah.
There you go.
That makes sense. And then Bill Clinton holds the record for the longest in time-wise in a speech, which was 9,000 words. Man, Carter had a lot to say. Wow, that's pretty interesting.
I believe last night they said Trump's is the third longest State of the Union address ever. The one last night. So, that's how it ranks, if you wanted to know.
The prose in the State of the Union addresses has gotten simpler over time. So as the mode of delivering the State of the Union addresses has shifted from writing to speaking, and the audience for the addresses has shifted from lawmakers to the country at large, the linguistic complexity has declined.
That makes sense.
There's a chart here saying the state of our union is dumber. And there's like a declining slope of like the difficulty of words used.
Wow.
So
it's pretty low by 2,000.
Yeah, now it's kind of casual.
I mean, it kind of makes sense though, since everyone can watch it at home.
Yeah, no one ever would understand it.
Yeah.
I know there's a few times that Trump said things like, "Yeah, how about that?" or something.
Yeah, more casual.
More casual stuff.
Yeah.
2 presidents never delivered an annual message or State of the Union address. Oh, well, I was gonna say, how did they not get like impeached or whatever? But William Henry Harrison and James Garfield both died before they had the chance to deliver one. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I feel like it tried to trick us there.
Yeah,
like,
it's kind
what?
of
And then like it wasn't.
Tricky fact.
Wow. So.
Presidents though.
Yeah.
It's technically true.
Technology has expanded the State of the Union's audience, obviously. Like
Oh,
we were
really?
talking about.
Wow, I didn't
Calvin-
think that.
Calvin Coolidge
That's
was the
crazy.
first president to have his State of the Union message broadcast by radio in 1923. And then Truman was the first president to have his address broadcast on television in 1947. And then Bill Clinton was the first one to have his message over the internet in 1977.
There you go.
So, apparently the ones with the most lasting impact are tackling foreign policy. So, I know there's a lot of that people were expecting in Trump's address.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see much of it, but
Yeah, he talked about immigration and stuff.
I'm probably going to go back and read like the transcript of what he said, because
Yeah.
he actually said a lot. Like he said like
Yeah.
a fact like about where we are, and then it would clap. And then
The state of our union is strong.
he said something
That
about
would have
making
been
jobs.
rough if he didn't say that though.
Oh,
Like, state of our union is weak.
just be silent.
That'd be pretty rough. So yeah, America's doing good. Did you expect any less though?
We're Americans. That's what
USA,
we're
USA.
For being
That was
great.
funny. They started chanting that in the
Oh, really?
in the speech. I forget what he said that sparked him into that, but I was like, USA.
You must have said
USA.
something really good to cause people to feel. Although it doesn't take much for Americans to start chanting USA.
No, it doesn't.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on this wonderful adventure of the Much Happiness pre-announcement show. And we'll see you on Friday. In the
Yeah.
meantime, tune in to these amazing other people who are going to bring you the announcements. We'll see you later. Bye.
Good morning, Mac. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Today I'm joined by Ryan in 5th grade. Ryan, start us off.
Good morning, MACA. Today is Wednesday, January 31st, 2018, National Backwards Day.
That's right, it's National Backwards Day, so I would start by walking backwards through every doorway. That's what I would do. So in general announcements, department meetings today at 3:10 p.m. or tomorrow. Sorry, my bad. 3:10 p.m. tomorrow. So don't go there today. Also, awards chapel tomorrow. Sophomores have chair duty, and then there'll also be Krispy Kreme donuts on sale in the back to support the junior senior gala. $1 per person and $10 per dozen. Pretty good deal, if I say so myself. And also, you can go down the lunchroom later and heat them up, and it's like actually like how they have them fresh. So it's like perfect. So we will. Ryan, what's Friday?
Friday is the first Friday of the month, dress down day for everyone.
That's right. Everyone gets a dress down day today. Middle school, you're not left out. Don't worry. You guys have the dress down day too. All right, we're going to switch over to sports with Austin and a few guests.
In MACA sports news, today U10 boys basketball has practice from 4:15 to 5:15. Now, in local sports news,
last night the Wizards defeated the Thunder 102 to 96.
Last Thursday, the Capitals defeated the Panthers 4-2. Now back over to Will.
Thank you for those sports announcements, guys. Whose birthday is it today?
Happy birthday today to Miss Griffkins. Have a wonderful birthday, Miss Griffkins.
That's right. Happy birthday, Miss Griffkins. All right, we're going to now switch it over to the weather, and we're going to switch over to Dancing Weatherman, like for a gala with a few guests as well. So hope you guys enjoy the weather today.
Today is the high of 38.
Today's a high of 38 and a low of 31. Everybody bundle up, it's going to be a little chilly.
Thank you for those dance moves and weather announcements, Michael. So today's Bible verse is Colossians 3:12, and that says,
So as them who have been chosen of God, holy and dearly loved, put on a heart of compassion, kindness and humility, gentleness and patience.
that's right. Now please, MACA, stand for the pledges. American flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Christian flag.
I pledge allegiance to the Christian flag and to the Savior for his kingdom it stands, one Savior, crucified, risen, coming again, with life and liberty to all who believe.
The Bible.
I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. I will hide his words in my heart that I might not sin against God.
Thank you for tuning in to these morning announcements. We will see you Friday. Now I'll talk to you tomorrow, MACA.
Now be rooted in love today.